A lot of y'all have been asking for this, so here's an editing tutorial. As an editor for streamers, here's what I recommend to do for your own content. And we're going to be doing all of it within CapCut, which is a free editing software. The editing I'm going to show you is going to be very simple, and it's going to be perfect for things like stream clips. So right here, we've got two of my very old stream clips. This is from like 3 years ago. It might be from like 2022 or something. Now, the first thing we're actually going to do is go to ratio and go to 9:16, and this is going to make it vertical. Now that we have it vertical, we're going to go ahead and click on the first clip or both of them, do Control-C, Control-V, copy and paste, decrease the volume on both of them, and then select one and go ahead and do crop ratio. The reason we're going to be doing this is to grab the face cam as we're going to be putting it above the gameplay. Now, if I'm moving a little too fast, feel free to freeze or, stop the video, whatever. Freeze, what am I talking about? And then just like that, we're going to put it above, grab the gameplay, and we're going to make it fill up the screen. Usually when doing this, I like to have anything that's on the screen face cam wise or the chat or whatever to be off the screen. So I'm going to make it a little larger than most of you might. Then I'm going to decrease the crop personally just to get that face cam really in there, and that's good. Okay, now the crop that we have for this, it's probably not going to be easy to be able to do it on the second clip. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste that over the second clip, shorten it so it matches the length of the second clip, and then drag the second clip above it to where it's going to replace what's actually in this box, the face cam. Now, since on this first clip all we did was like resize, right, what I'm going to do is click Control-C, so copy, go to this one, and I'm going to paste attributes. Now it's going to grab the same positioning and the size that the first clip has, but it's going to do it for the second clip now. I also just realized the clips were opposite, so I just fixed it real quick, and now I'm just going to match the clip length so it could be just one clip entirely, because these are the same clip, just different lengths. So right here it shows me dying. I'm going to try to grab that from this point. I think that's going to be it. Let me do this real quick. Just like that, it is now one clip. Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do next is actually have some text on screen. This is what I recommend to do no matter what. I don't care what the fuck your opinions are when it comes to social media or content creation. I need every single video of yours to start with some piece of text. It doesn't need to have that piece of text be there the entire video, at least for the first 5 seconds, at least minimum. So right here, I'm going to put something like first time playing Apex Legends, because that's exactly what this clip is. This was like the first and last time I ever played this. I think. It's been a while. Now, a lot of you out there are not going to like this font, so you can switch to whatever else you have. You're probably going to need to download a different font. I like to use Montserrat. And then just to make it a little bit more better and to my liking, I like to decrease the line space between all the text. But we're not done. When it comes to the starting text of videos, I like to have it be like boxed in, kind of like the TikTok text. Now, CapCut has two options for the background. You could go for like a complete square box look, or you could do kind of like a bubble, just like TikTok, which I'm not the biggest fan of this, although it does give it that TikTok text feel. I like going with the box and then making it a little bit rounded so it looks nice. If you want to copy exactly what I have, feel free. So I'm going for like 10, 15 for the rounded, and then for height, which is the Y, I'm gonna just adjust a tad bit. Call it OCD, call it what you want. I just like things to look, to my liking. Is that so bad? Damn. Now, when it comes to the size of text and things like that, you don't want anything in this kind of range, because it'll take up the full screen, even though it's not the actual full screen, because TikTok and all these other social media apps, they're often gonna zoom in slightly or just a tad bit or whatever it might be. So what I would do is actually have it be a little smaller. So whatever like width you want to go away from the border, do like double of that, right? So I like this, so I would do this instead. And just like that, we're going to extend it for a little bit longer, and now we're going to go to animation. So this is going to make it disappear, right? We're going to go to out, and then we're going to choose an animation for how the text is going to disappear. Now, I have some favorited. I like slide down, fade out is a good one, zoom out as well, but I think I'm going to go with zoom out. Zoom out looks good. Let's go ahead and watch the beginning of that clip. All right, that's honestly way too much. So, first time playing Apex Legends. By that second text, second shot, I want the text to go on. That's a lot better. Okay, so the way you want to go with this text, what I recommend doing is let the video start a little bit and then read the text, and then I would get rid of it. You want to leave just enough time for somebody to read. So let's just say they're scrolling through your video, they're a bit distracted. First time playing Apex Legends. Boom, it disappears. Right? That makes sense. That's not the only piece of text I'm going to do. I like to add context to the content using text, using a piece of text. Even though we have the first time playing Apex Legends, we have something actually happening in the clip besides the first time I'm playing Apex Legends, which is the fact that I'm shooting teammates. So I'm going to put shooting teammates just like that. I'm going to get rid of the background. Now I'm going to make this white text, and I'm going to add a shadow so it's not too like blending into the screen. Even though it might not be, I still like to add a shadow regardless. Let's just zoom in a little bit, see what we could add and adjust. I'm actually going to get rid of the blur, have it be just like that. Okay, I like that. Now, another thing you gotta remember is down here just about is where like TikTok is gonna have your username, your caption, is gonna have like YouTube shorts and all their nonsense and whatever else. So you don't want stuff that low. You actually want it to be somewhere around here. Not close to the middle, but just a little more down, because the gameplay is mostly like the center of the screen. And if it's not, try to make it the center of the screen so people know where to focus, right? Because naturally people are gonna look to the middle of the screen, even if you got your face cam on top or below. So we got the actual gameplay here. We got the text, right? We got our text for starting, and then we got the face cam. Now we're gonna add an animation for the text to appear on screen. I like to go with slide up, looks very clean. And we're gonna have it start as soon as it actually makes sense to have that text appear, which is when I'm shooting my downed teammates in Apex Legends. Watching this and how serious and focused I look is funny as fuck. Just the fact that knowing it's my teammates who are down, but I have no idea in the moment, not a clue. I'm over here like, why are they not taking damage? And now, right up there at the end is when we're going to have that text disappear. That last shot. There we go. All right. So another thing we can also do is, if we're not going to be messing with the face cam and gameplay at all, like this is perfect how it looks, right? If we want it to appear exactly like this vertically, what we're actually going to do is select everything, and we're going to create a compound clip so it combines everything into one video. And now, just like that, zooming in and everything else is going to be so much easier and better. Now, something else I'm going to do real quick is actually having a piece of text that's going to stay on the screen the entire time, which is going to be my Twitch. Which is another thing I recommend doing, is have your Twitch be so fucking obvious when it comes to your page and your content. Like, don't make it like trouble for somebody to try to figure it out. Don't give them any time trying to figure it out, because then people are just going to end up losing interest and they're not going to go to your streams or anything. So make it painfully fucking obvious in your videos, in your video captions, in your comment sections, in your bio, your page, everything and everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and edit that. I'm just going to put it straight into text. No need to use a logo or anything, just text. Gonna put it right there in the center, and we don't need it to be that big a text. Like this, kind of like medium size, I would say. And just to add a little more personality to it, I'm gonna add my color, my shade of blue right there for the glow. All right, so now first, the Twitch part gets covered, which I recommend doing, because a lot of people, when they see your Twitch right away that you're promoting it in your videos, they'll often scroll away. Because a lot of people are getting sick of like this stream promotional, just advertising promotional content in general. Like if it's promoting something, people are starting to really not like those kind of videos. But since we are starting the video with some piece of text that adds to the content, it helps with people actually watching the video. So if you end up adding a Twitch, make sure you have things for the content as well. Like add some piece of text here and there, which is exactly what this is going to be. So it starts off with first time playing Apex Legends, goes into me shooting my teammates, and we want the text to appear right away. That's what I want. There we go. And you know what? Since my text is in blue, it now makes me want to have the other text in red. Especially since I'm shooting at my teammates, and that's like a bad thing, which it is. This is also going to show like I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, right? Now, also looking at my text now, let me make that a little bigger as well. Don't tell me I was shooting at my own teammates. Was I shooting at y'all? All right, let me make sure this text is centered and everything. Best that it can be. Shit. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine everything now. So that means my text is gonna stay there too. I'm actually going to have the text go out once I stand up and start moving in the game. Little things like that help. Little things. Because often, now my clients just about never notice any of the small details because they just skim through their videos real quick like, cool, thanks so much, and then they post it, right? But little details like that just help with actually being able to watch the content because things that viewers aren't going to notice, but it's going to actually get them to watch a little more, right? And be engaged with it somewhat. Because then when you got text flying in and out of the screen without having any like reason to it, besides just, oh, I don't want the text on the screen anymore, have it actually relate to what's happening in the game and make sense. Almost like it's part of the gameplay and the content, not just something you just slapped on and whatever, right? I know I'm supposed to be making an editing tutorial. I just want to help you guys when it comes to like my way of thinking, because a lot of you who have been messaging me about this tutorial are very new to editing. So I want to give you guys a way of thinking when it comes to editing stuff too, like why I do certain things, so you could end up realizing it and do it yourself as well. Don't turn on shooting at my own teammates. Now we're gonna end it right there, and right away we're actually gonna add something to the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to video. We're going to go ahead and click this so it marks all of this as blue. Space, click space again, and then click it again. And this time we're going to zoom in, and then the focus is going to be my camera, or me, you could say. Now, just like that, let me show you what just happened, what we did, right? So click play. Don't turn on shooting at my own teammates. Now I'm actually going to have it be a little faster because it's quite slow to zoom in. Don't turn on shooting at my own teammates. Was I shooting at y'all? What the y'all? Shooting at y'all? Now I'm gonna have it focus on the teammate, and let me show you how I'm gonna do all of that. Yeah, you were shooting at us. Yeah, you were shooting at us. Yeah. So we have it from my face cam, right? Don't turn on shooting at my own teammates. Was I shooting at y'all? So now it's gonna go straight from the focus being me to being my down teammate who's just talking, and I don't even think they're on the screen, but we're just going to zoom in here as if it's him. Now we're going to grab that same piece of text that we used for the shooting down, and this time we're going to go ahead and make it a different color. Like that. We're going to add it right above here, which is going to show the body. Now we need to add an animation for that too, which we could do. Slide up is good. Yeah. So let's make this text bigger as well. That's a lot better. Okay. Was shooting at us. Shooting at y'all? Yeah, you were shooting at us. Shooting at y'all? Yeah, you were shooting at us. Y'all? Yeah, you were shooting. We're gonna increase the volume as well because you could barely hear him. Yeah, y'all? Yeah, you were shooting at us. What the fuck? Hold up. Nah, y'all clip that shit. What the fuck? We're gonna end it right there. I think it's perfect to end it right there because then it keeps it short and simple. We could have kept it going, but that was just the right like reaction time, I feel like. Yeah, y'all? Yeah, you were shooting at us. What the fuck? Boom, clip ends just like that. We're not gonna waste any time because we already spent 15 fucking seconds of that bland ass gameplay of me shooting my teammates. So the moment it actually gets into the funny part of the realization and the reaction of like even my teammates like, yeah, you were shooting at us. My reaction, boom, video ends. Then it leaves time for like people to comment something as well, right? Like, what the fuck? Except knowing my fucking communities, they'd be like, here goes Unk trying to play video games again. There goes Unk playing games, thinking he's in his prime. The comments I get are not fun, let me tell you. Now let's go ahead and watch this from the beginning and see how we did.
Hostile close. Hostile right here. This way. Let's go. Reloading. I have been down. Making contact with enemy. Hey, I'm getting shot. Contact with
Don't turn on shooting at my own teammates. Was I shooting at y'all?
Yeah, you were shooting at us.
What the fuck? God damn. That is so stupid, man. To this day, it's like, what the fuck was I doing? And to take it a step further, since I already know how my community likes to react to a lot of my content and the humor and everything, instead of doing first time playing Apex Legends, Unk tries playing Apex Legends. That's a lot better title. That makes sense to my community. Even something like this, Unk tries Apex Legends. Oh yeah, my community would eat this shit up. Boom, there you go. Just like that, you're able to edit stream clips now the way that I recommend doing it as someone who has experience with all this stuff and edits for streamers out there. Now this right here is very simple editing and the exact type of editing I recommend for things like stream clips anyway, or gaming clips. Because with complete honesty, for a lot of you out there, the more time you spend doing things like editing, the more time you're actually going to be wasting. For a lot of you out there, when it comes to like building an audience, building a community, what's going to matter the most is just getting out content day after day after day. It's going to teach you about videos that work, hooks that work. So this right here, Unk tries Apex Legends, that's a hook. That's a visual hook, or whatever the fuck people call it. I just say hook / title, because that's exactly what it is. It's the title of the video or the hook to start the video. Who knows, maybe if I post like 100 videos, every time I say Unk tries something, Unk does this, Unk does that, those videos end up doing a lot better. I would keep doing that. Posting content, experimenting with little things like that is actually going to teach you about social media, not no advice content. And listen, I know a lot of you consume advice content because I see you all up in my notifications, and I see you in the comment sections of other creators who are giving advice and all this shit. Like, I'll see people leaving paragraphs in my comments, and I'll see those same people in other people's comment sections leaving big ass messages on this advice content. And it's like, are you even taking the advice? Are you using it? Because you just over here consuming the content and interacting with it, which thank you for interacting with my content. I appreciate it. But I'm not posting the content for me. The content is for you. If you're not doing anything with it, then that content is pointless for you to even be consuming and watching and interacting with. Like I say, the whole reason I started posting advice content is because I got tired of my clients coming to me about social media advice, like saying, oh, Rez, what's the best posting times? I heard this person say this is that. And the first time I heard it, I was like, listen, yeah, posting times can matter if you look at your account and see when your followers are the most active. Sure. But nowadays, your followers rarely even see your content, so posting times really don't fucking matter. So when people kept asking me that shit, my own clients, at first I was like, what kind of bullshit are y'all watching? What creators are you watching? And then I was like, holy shit, it's majority of the advice out there is fucking horrible. But please, if you're gonna watch any of this content, stop just sharing it, stop just saving it and interacting with it and whatever the fuck else. Actually use it, because otherwise you're not only wasting your own time, you're wasting the time of people who believe in you and are supporting you and who are there for you right now, waiting for you to post and stream and everything else. Because once you start doing this online stuff, it's not just about you, it's you and your community. You got to be there for your community. So actually do the shit you need to do. Get shit done.